Hi, this is Mayur Bardolia, a success coach, author, and facilitator from North Star Angel Coaching and Spiritual Solutions. Welcome to the video. Most people do not get stuck because they lack ability. They get stuck because doubts get more attention than focus. Now, let me ease you into this. You want to move forward, you have goals, you have plans, but the moment you think about them, those upcoming big visionary projects, your mind starts listing what could go wrong. Slowly, quietly, doubt takes over the conversation. In this video, I want to show you a simple shift. Not how to remove doubt, but how to stop feeding all your energy and start strengthening your focus, giving more power to your focus. Think of it like this. Imagine you're growing a plant at home. Every day you have a choice. You can focus on what the plant needs to grow, or you can keep staring at it and worrying whether it will survive. The plant does not grow from worry or fear. It grows from nutrition, water, sunlight, and care. And that is exactly how focus and doubt work. Doubt is normal. A thinking mind produces doubt, a way TV produces noise. The problem is not the doubt exists. The problem begins when the doubt holds your attention and focus gets ignored. When you keep replaying everything that might fail, everything that might go wrong, the focus weakens. Not because it lacks strength, but because it lacks attention. When you keep replaying everything that might fail, you are not feeding progress, you are starving the progress. So the solution is not to fight the doubt, the solution is to choose where your attention rests, where your attention goes, and to feed your focus constantly. I'll explain it this way in my workshop and coaching sessions. Attention works like fuel. Whatever you pour fuel into starts running the engine. If you fuel fear, fear drives. If you fuel focus, progress takes the wheel. It's like if you're feeding the fear will grow. Attention is like nutrition for your inner world. Whatever you nourish grows stronger. And if you keep feeding fear, fear gains strength. If you keep feeding focus, clarity, and attention, the movement begins to show. So let's find out how to make this practical. Start by getting clear about your focus using simple and positive words. Not dramatic, not complicated, just clear. You might say, I am building a healthy body. I'm creating meaningful and well paid work. I am building calm and supportive relationship. I'm working on a project that is important to my life and my career. Write it down. Writing it down matters because it gives your mind a clear target. It is like choosing the right nutrients for the plant instead of guessing every day. Your mind needs clear direction. Your mind needs something to focus on all the time. If you do not direct your mind, it will focus on things that you may not want to focus on. Now, doubt will show up. It always does. It might say, who do you think you are? What if this fails? What if it doesn't work? What if you cannot finish it? And what would people say? You should have started earlier. When that happens, do not argue with it. Do not explain. Do not analyze. Acknowledge it briefly and redirect. So I often say, thank you for warning. I am choosing to return to my focus now. I repeat, thank you for the warning. I am choosing to focus now. Say it with gentle, commanding tone. Thank you for the warning. I'm choosing to return to my focus now. This is like seeing a notification pop up and choosing not to open it. The message in your phone appears, but it does not hijack your time. This is like noticing the plant looks slow one day and you are choosing to continue giving it proper nutrition instead of panicking. Next, support your focus with small actions. Let me give you another picture. Think of walking through a crowded place. If your eyes sees everywhere, you feel overwhelmed. But if you keep your eye on where you are going, your body moves smoothly through the crowd. Movement follows focus. In relation to the example of plant that we have been talking about, think of this like daily feeding. You do not dump all the fertilizer, water in one day and expect instant growth. You give the plant what it needs a little at a time. So take one small action each day that matches your focus. A short walk, a one-page read, one honest conversation, one focused work session, working on a project for a specific amount of time without distraction. Small actions matter because they tell your nervous system that progress is happening, and progress builds confidence. And now, pause and notice the small wins. This step often gets ignored, but it matters. It matters more than people realize. Noticing the small progress gives your system proof and evidence that you're making some progress. And the proof quiets your doubt far better than positive thinking ever will. It's spotting a new leaf or a stronger stem on the plant. It tells the system that what you are feeding is working, even if the plant is still young. Over time, something changes. Your inner world becomes more familiar with progress than with problems. Doubt still shows up, but it no longer decides your action. It no longer controls the process. It becomes background noise. So let's summarize what we have covered so far. Doubt is normal, but attention is more powerful. When you give most of your attention to doubt, fear grows. When you give steady attention to focus, clarity, the movement will return. You will see the momentum. You do not remove doubt. You stop letting it lead you. Now, let me turn this into simple steps you can use starting today. First of all, write down one clear focus in simple language. What do you want to do? Keep it short and positive. This becomes your anchor for the day. Your mind knows where to focus on, and it tells your mind what you are nourishing. When the focus is returned, it stops floating around and starts feeling real. You give your mind one clear place to return to during the day. You remember, your mind needs some guidance. It needs something to focus on. Next, notice when doubt speaks up. Do not resist it. Acknowledge it without debating. Then gently return your attention to your focus on your task. You are not pushing your doubt away. You're simply choosing not to give it more energy than it deserves. Then take one small action each day that aligns with that focus. Do not wait for motivation. Action builds momentum. Small actions are like daily nutrients. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even a few minutes count when they happen every day. This is how trust with yourself begin to rebuild. After that, record your small wins. Write them down or say them out loudly. Evidence builds trust faster than thinking. When you see progress, it reminds your mind that nourishment is working. It becomes easier to keep going when you can see the growth. And finally, repeat this daily. Over time, focus feels natural. Doubt loses influence without a fight. What once felt really effortful, very much panicking, it becomes part of your rhythm. Your system starts expecting progress instead of resistance. You do not become fearless this way, you become steady. And steadiness matters more than confidence. When you keep nourishing focus instead of feeding doubt, your growth happens very quietly and naturally. When you pay less attention to doubts and more attention to the outcome you want, it's easier and more natural to start taking action. You stop forcing outcome. You stop arguing with your mind. You simply keep giving attention to what you want to grow. Just like a healthy plant does not rush, your progress does not need urgency. It needs care, patience, and consistent nourishment. Take care of your focus and attention. Attention and focus work like money in a budget. If you spend most of it on fear, fear grows. If you invest it in direction or right direction, the progress happens. In fact, progress compounds. You decide where your budget should go. You decide where you want to focus on. If you need any help in doing it, or if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Share your feedback with me. If you benefit from this video, recording, or a lecture, please recommend it to someone who can benefit from it. Share it far and wide. This is Mayur Bardolia, a success coach from North Star Angel Coaching and Spiritual Solutions. If you wish to book a coaching session and workshop or invite me as a speaker, reach out to me at contact@northstarangel.com. Have a nice day.